1-2.
All who have served this great country with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, there we go. There is our national anthem. We are just about ready to go. Good afternoon, and welcome to SNSN's continuing coverage of Little League Baseball. This is Mr. John Harden, the sectional championships. We've made it through the town stuff. We made it through the district stuff,
Right.
and we're here in sectionals. And who knew we were going to make it here either?
No, who knew? When it all begins, you don't know where you're going to go. And I tell you what, the Jewett City team is performing like I think some people were expecting them to do based on their 9-10 performance. But the one thing you got to keep in mind, that was a couple of years ago. So there's a couple of years of growth, a couple of years of development for all the teams you're going to play against.
Exactly. So Jewett City is going to play Manchester tonight. So just give you kind of frame it up just a little bit. It's a 3-team series right now. It's Jewett City, Manchester, and Mansfield. So the first game was played last night, and Mansfield lost to Manchester by the score of 10-0. And from what I've seen about Manchester, they've got some heavy hitters on their club.
Yes, well, you can tell just by looking at them. Those are some big boys on the Manchester team. And I'm looking at their lineup right now, and they've got, what you would expect to see kind of in the middle of their lineup. I mean, not necessarily with the number 4 hitter being their pitcher, but that tells you something about them. And we'll see when they get up here.
Well, one thing that I was walking by and I was looking in the batting cage at a couple of kids that were batting, and one of the ones I saw was number 28, Eli Bucko. He's the first baseman for Manchester, and the kid's got a stroke, man. He was hitting him, and he was hitting him solid.
Well, that probably explains why he's batting third tonight.
And there's another young man who is going to be playing, that plays for Manchester, that plays a lot of travel ball. I guess he's been going back and forth to Long Island.
Oh,
So they've got some serious people, and kids playing on this team. So we're going to have to see how this goes. This is going to be one heck of a ball game. And you know what? It really could be Jewett City's first big test.
yeah, absolutely. I think from what we've seen and what we've heard about this Manchester team and looking at them, physically, and then what you saw in batting practice, this is going to be a test. This is going to be a gut check, and we'll see how Jewett City responds.
Yes. So, the business end of it, right? Do you still have that?
Of course I still have that.
So before we go ahead and start the game, which we want to of course thank Mansfield Ashford Little League for being here, and Ross Pease, the man.
Thank you, buddy. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you, Ross, one of the umpires. Who's 42?
Rob Passmore.
Huh?
He's 42.
Passmore?
Yep.
Rob Passmore. He's also going to be on the base paths today.
First base.
He's on first.
From Mansfield.
Okay. And he's from Mansfield. So he didn't have too far to go. 10-minute ride. And let's see, Ross Pease. Closer to Woodstock. Nothing's close to Woodstock, I don't think.
All right.
Ross will be on second base. We have yet to get the other umpires' names yet, but we will. So, all right, we are ready to play some baseball. Garrett Brower is on the mound for Jewett City. We are just about ready to start with inning number 1 and pitch number 1. And the first batter up is going to be number 34, Arlen Payman, the third baseman for Manchester. And they got some big boys, so let's see what happens. First pitch is strike 1 from Garrett Brower. What you looking for, John?
I'm looking for the business end.
Oh, that's right. I got it right here. I'll do it in a second. There's a ball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brower pitching from the stretch, coming over the top. Blows it right by Payman. 1 and 2. You were going to say, John?
No, I was going to say, getting ahead of the batter here.
That was high.
Yeah, it looked like a hanging breaking ball from Garrett Brower right there. Evens the count 2 and 2.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Hey, that's a good way to start a ball game right there.
There you go.
But it also tells us that this Manchester team is coming ready to hit. And if you're throwing strikes, they're going to try to get the bat on the ball.
Here's Jacob Budars. He's the shortstop, wearing number 14. And there's a grounder up the middle. That's going to be a base hit.
Through the center.
Mills dives for it, but couldn't get it. He's the gentleman, Budars is the one that takes the ferry back and forth.
I tell you, that's dedication right there.
Yeah.
Now we've got Eli Bucko at the plate.
Yeah, the first baseman. Yeah, he's the kid I was watching in the batting cages. He takes the ball 1. Harden is going to hold him on first. You know something about that kid, don't you?
I know a little bit about him.
Fouled off. I hear he's a big mystery.
He's he's an interesting character. I tell you what, he's a good kid though.
I was talking to Max Gray earlier, and because when we were doing the game in Pawcatuck, he goes, "My name is Maxwell Gray," and I said, "Are you Max or Maxwell today?" Curveball, strike.
Yeah, Bucko watched that pitch go over the plate, gets strike 1. He's now behind 1 and 2.
Got a little weak in the knees on that one.
Maybe wasn't expecting what Garrett was throwing.
And he reaches out, and that's going to be foul, just to the right of the chalk.
Right, just about a ball's width foul.
So this kid just stuck his bat out, and the ball went about 120 feet. So let's see if he gets a hold of one here. For Manchester, swing, and he fouled it.
He got a piece of that one.
Yeah.
Staying alive.
Staying alive. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we can't do that.
No. Here's the 1-2 from Brower.
And that's high.
It's kind of a meatball he just threw him.
That's
Off
2
speed
pitches
pitch.
from Brower that just haven't broke.
Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. We are in the top of the first. Ball gets away from Gray, and Budars is going to make it down to second on the wild pitch. Count evens up.
Oh, we got
Bucko.
a full count to Bucko.
Full count. There we go. And ball 4.
Strike 3 got away.
No. I'm not sure what happened there.
So that was a heads-up play by
really
Manchester.
Really
So
see here.
on the wild pitch, Budars moved to second. Then on that strike 3 that got away from the catcher, Bucko moves down to first, but Budars had gone down to third. So then the catcher, he's afraid if he throws it to first, Budars is going to come and score from third. So
we got first and third, 1 down, and here's Ryan Gorman. He's the pitcher for Manchester today.
Pitcher batting cleanup.
Mm-hmm. And that ball gets by Max Gray. Max having
it's a little rough right there.
Yeah, having some problems back there so far.
And then Bucko's going to move to second on the pass ball.
Yeah, Van, the cam man, just said, good thing there's not a lot of room back there.
It is a shorter backstop.
There's a strike right down the middle.
And that's going to hold up runners coming in from third on any wild pitches or pass balls. We'll see if that plays a bigger factor later in the game.
The other big factor is we were wondering if it was going to rain. So far, so good. Foul.
No, it's a beautiful day right now.
It's beautiful, and it's going to stay that way. Is it not, John?
I say yes.
Van, beautiful day. Beautiful day. It's going to stay this way. 1-2. Brower could use a punch out right here. And he gets it.
There he goes, swinging.
Garrett just reared back and fired and struck Gorman out. So now you got Julian Rock coming up for the first time today in the lineup, batting 5th, playing right field.
Right, so a pretty standard right field, batting higher up in the order, so it looks like he's going to have a little bit of power. So he must be packing a punch.
So there are 2 outs.
And Brower's been able to get both those outs with
a couple of Ks.
Swinging.
Strike 1. Garrett is he is firing.
He absolutely does. Garrett, and typically with his fastball, he can put some velocity on it.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. As a matter of fact, Rock was behind it, swinging late. So 0-2.
So do you challenge him with the fastball again, or do you change up speed? All day?
Yeah, I think you challenge him here. And he does, and he gets a strikeout. 1, 2, 3 Ks.
3-pitch strikeout on Rock. That gets Jewett City out of the inning with no runs scored.
That's it. So we're going to go to the bottom of the first inning with the score. Nothing, and Jewett City coming to bat. So with that being said, here's a little disclaimer we need to read. You ready?
I'm ready.
Little League International Tournament game. This Little League International Tournament game is presented by SNSN Wolverine Media under the authority of Little League Baseball and Softball and may not be rebroadcast or retransmitted without the expressed written permission of Little League International, South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Visit Little League online at www.littleleague.com. Sectional.org.
That sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar.
So I'm just doing a little bit of housekeeping, getting my scorebook up to date. Coming up here to Mansfield from, ironically enough, Pawcatuck.
Me too. I left Westerly.
Yeah.
So this is our first look at, what's that, Van?
Clean bill of health. Good for another 6.
All right. So Manchester's got some pretty cool uniforms. They got red, they fade in, they white, they kind of fade into red.
Right, yeah, from the bottom. It's almost kind of, without the blocks, it's a little reminiscent of the old Astros uniform.
Kind of, you're right. The difference, being the Astros being orange.
Correct.
So, yeah, good point. I knew they looked familiar.
But the red, white, and blue, I like it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to do the best we can calling the game because it seems like everybody wants to stand in front of our broadcast table today.
See, they just want to be near us. That's what it is.
I just want to be close to you.
See, they heard the 11-12s on the broadcast the other day.
Yeah.
And they were like, if I stand close enough.
All right, Mike Minarski, that's me, John Harden, and Van the Cam Man is here at Mansfield Little League Park here in Mansfield, Connecticut. And we are calling the Little League sectional game between Manchester and Jewett City.
Right, Section 2, Manchester being the
All right, here we go. Jackson D'Amico going to lead off here for Jewett City against Ryan Gorman. Swing and a miss. Jackson a little bit late on that one.
A little bit late. So here we go. This is the first time the Jewett City's seen the Manchester pitching, so we got to time him up a little bit.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
See, that's the one unfortunate part about being the leadoff batter.
Yep.
You're the first one that gets to see the pitcher.
Got him on 3 pitches. Got him looking. 1 down. Here's the shortstop, Colby Mills. Here's the first pitch to Colby. Swing and a miss. So he's thrown 4 strikes.
That's 4 pitches, 4 strikes.
Yeah, from Gorman. There's the first ball, 1-1. And there's base hit up the middle.
Right up
from
the middle.
Mills. Nicely played by the Manchester center fielder, Camden Bundy. It's a one-out runner.
Right, and hit it exactly to the same spot that Budars did in the top of the inning.
Right on the button. True, yeah. So here's Kiki Boyce playing third base today. Ball 1. And there's a deep drive, and that's gone! Boyce with a 2-run shot.
Kiki gets Jewett City on the board quickly.
And he didn't even hit it on the button. That was kind of like fisted.
That was, hey, I like your pitch, but I don't like it that much. I'm going to send it out of here.
Jewett City takes a quick 2-0 lead, and I think the pitcher Gorman is a little rattled as a couple of the players are coming in to talk to him right now. That's tough, you know what I mean? When you're pitching an all-star game, you give up a home run. That'd rattle me.
Oh, absolutely. And
yeah,
I think it says a lot about this team that they're coming out there and they're telling the pitcher, "Hey, we got your back. Shake it off.
Yep.
You got another batter up here. You struck out the first guy. You gave up a base hit to the second guy, home run. Hey, those are done. They're over with. Let's attack the next batter."
Here's Garrett Brower. Here's another pitcher batting cleanup. Strike 1. See, you were talking about it like it was an odd thing, and all of a sudden, boom, we have 2 pitchers.
Yeah, we got 2-2. But I said that says a lot about those ball players.
Ball is high.
They can throw, they can hit.
I'm thinking. Manchester. They got some big kids on their team. They got some power kids on their team. They got by Mansfield yesterday, 10-0 and 4. And I'm thinking maybe.
Right, gives you something to think about. I mean, if you're Jewett City and you're coming into this game knowing that Manchester beat Mansfield yesterday 10-0 in 4 innings, you know they have some powerful bats.
Yep. 3-1, and there's a lot of ball game left. 3-2 right down the middle as Brower taking all the way. So 1 down in the bottom of the first. Jewett City up 2-0 on a Boyce 2-run home run. Got him looking.
So that's 2 pitches to the outside corner that's got both Jewett City strikeouts this inning. So hopefully the other Jewett City batters are taking note of that.
Yeah. And that, I'm sure that feels good for Gorman right there, getting that strikeout, after giving up the dinger.
Oh, absolutely. If you can come up to the batter right after a batter that you gave up a home run to and strike them out.
Max Gray lines it to the pitcher, who drops it but sends it right over to Bucko.
1-3 for the 3rd out.
That's it. So what were you saying there, John?
No, I'm saying if you've given up the 2-run home run, your team came out there, reassured you, you go out, attack the next batter, and you strike them out, looking.
Yep.
That builds your confidence.
That does build a lot of confidence. And the coach over there is having a little huddle with his teammates. Let's go over the coaches for Manchester. The manager or head coach is Rob Rastelli. Jeff Bucko is one of the coaches. Chris Faticoni and Paul Rubin are the coaches for Manchester. I don't know if they've adopted any kind of mascot or anything.
Not that I'm aware of.
No.
Let's look around and see if we can get some context clues from the field here, but I'm not seeing them.
The Manchester Maulers. I don't know. Could be. That would be good. I mean, with the size of those kids.
Oh wow! Yeah.
And the way they hit, that may not be a bad name for them.
They do have some big old boys, which is going to keep both pitchers today on their toes.
Yeah.
Because it looks like if you throw a mistake across the plate, it's probably going to go over the fence.
So the manager for Jewett City, Brent D'Amico. Coaches, you want to go over the coaches there, John?
Coaches for Jewett City, we have manager Brent D'Amico. We've got Jim Mills. We've got Rob Gray. Jody Batello.
Who's right in front of us.
Right in front of us with the cool shades.
Yeah. Looks like he's like eating chicken wings, doesn't he? It's like yeah.
He's got something going on.
I want to get something at the concession stand.
Yeah, the concession stand is open, and I heard from the moms when I pulled in. So I checked it out. Very nice facilities over there.
Yeah. I got to talk to Ron over there to see if they take debit cards.
So we've got the catcher Paul Verdokian at the plate. Takes first pitch ball.
So the winner of this game plays Mansfield tomorrow. Swing and a miss.
Correct.
That's a foul tip.
Fouled straight back to the backstop, 1-1.
So if then let's just say hypothetically it's Jewett City. So they play Mansfield tomorrow, and if Jewett City wins that one, Mansfield is eliminated, and they play Manchester once
correct.
again. Or the other way around, or just
or any combination thereof.
Right. 2-1 the count. Make it 2-2.
There's a strike. Evened up 2-2. Way to come back after a high pitch for the ball to come back in and put it right back over the strike zone. Good on Garrett.
Pop foul out of play.
Fouled into the parking lot.
Don't hit the cruiser.
across the road into
Don't
the
hit
swamp.
the cruiser.
You know, I find it interesting. People must have known because there's an empty spot of cars right where that foul ball landed.
Yeah. I moved. You know what? Let me tell you. Got him swinging. That's 4 Ks for Brower. But you want to know something? That's where my car was. Now
Oh.
it's over there.
Hey, you know, I heard if you park right there and it gets your windshield, you get another one.
Another windshield.
Yeah.
See, now you know you're a part of the team. You lost the windshield.
Right. But we got the ball.
So all we got to do now is we got to take Van's truck and position it perfectly. No, if you lose a windshield, man, you're good.
No, you
man.
got to be in the windshield club.
Yeah.
Going on a trip next Thursday.
That'll come on, fix it the next day. There's the ball. Another one getting past Max Gray.
Yeah, 2 balls to Jackson. Got to go back and find that strike zone.
Kobe Jackson wearing number 1. Playing left field.
Left field.
Nice
There's
pitch.
a strike.
Nice pitch by Brower.
So pretty impressed with both pitchers so far. I mean, we're still just in the top of the 2nd inning now.
And there's a line shot down the right field line.
But they're both throwing strikes.
Yeah. They are. And that's what both need to do. Now, here's the other thing. When you have clubs that can hit, and Jewett City's bats have been a little silent.
They have. It's been their defense that's kind of helped them out along the way.
Got him looking. That's 5.
But we know they have bats. They can hit up and down their lineup.
Yeah.
And we saw from Kiki earlier, they can put it over the fence. There's a couple of home run threats on this Jewett City team.
Here's Camden Bundy with 2 outs, the center fielder.
Number 8, playing center field, which is position 8,
Number 8.
and batting in 8th. There we go.
8s are wild. 3 snowmen. And when he fielded, I like good ball play when he was in center field and picked up that ground ball. 1 knee went down. You know, very defensive. You know,
good fundamentals.
Exactly.
And I tell you what, that's probably what got Manchester to this game.
Yeah. And there is a ground ball over to Bradley, and he's going to be safe at first.
Just by a hair.
I'm going to call an E4 on that.
Just a little bit of bobble from the second baseman, and that was the difference.
Solid hit. And D'Amico's going to come to the hill.
Calling the infield in.
And just before Alex Restelli, the second baseman, comes up.
Actually pulling Garrett.
Kiki is going to come in to pitch now.
So you know what that tells me? Garrett was on a pitch count.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you're going to pull a pitcher that has 5 strikeouts on the day.
Yeah.
Are they trying to save him for another game?
Tomorrow. If they win this one, then that would be tomorrow. So Kiki boys are basically just going to go ahead and swap 3rd and 1st. So Kiki's on the mound.
Another hard-throwing fastballer.
He throws a little bit harder, but you know who I think throws the hardest is Mills.
Oh, Colby Mills?
Yeah.
Right. He's really developed over the last couple of years. And Mills is one of those players. You can put him on the mound. You can put him behind the plate. You can put him in the outfield. You can put him on the infield, and he's going to perform for you.
Yeah, I think Colby actually is the harder thrower out of all.
Yeah, in district play, he actually came out and closed out a game for Jewett City.
Yeah.
So Kiki taking his warm-up pitches right now.
So while we're doing that, I want to say hello to and thank you very much to the Jewett City Savings Bank, who sponsors just about everything that we do, mainly sports. The Jewett City Savings Bank with offices from Pawcatuck all the way down, or I should say up to Putnam, all up and down the eastern corridor of the state. So They've been voted number one community bank for like 73 years in a row now.
I believe it.
So it's at least the last 4 or 5. I can tell you that.
Right. No, they're a great sponsor. You see them there. I know for Little League, they've been one of our constant banner sponsors for years.
Jewett City Savings Bank. We happen to broadcast from the Jewett City Savings Bank studios, your community bank. Here's Rastelli with a runner on first. And the first pitch from Kiki Boyce. And the shift is on. No, it's not. I thought the shift was on. I didn't see Brower for a minute.
I'll be like, that is some scouting. We got a shift on.
You're scouting the 9-hole batter.
Hey, we talked about it previously that,
know.
kind of more modern baseball. And that's fouled down the third base line.
Rastelli was late on that, but did get a piece of it.
A lot of teams, and you can see this even in the majors, that number 9 batter is now going to be more of like a leadoff batter.
Yeah. Especially when you got Ohtani.
Right.
He's batting cleanup. Ooh, another foul ball.
Ohtani, we'll just call Ohtani the Anaheim Angels version of Colby Mills.
Just a bit outside. Here's Boyce with the 1-2.
Just missed.
Just a bit inside. Maybe a little high. 2-2. So I think you're right. I think Brower probably was on a pitch count because he had 5 Ks and he was cruising.
5 Ks in 1 2/3.
Got him looking. So Jewett City pitchers have now struck out the side 2 innings in a row.
Right. They have got,
Six.
That? 6 strikeouts
6
on the day.
Yeah.
So all of the outs for Jewett City defensively have been strikeouts.
Yeah. They got hot dogs and hamburgers over there.
Oh, I saw the grill was on when I was over there earlier. Got the burgers and dogs. It's baseball season. What else do you need? Peanuts? Cracker Jack? There's a song in there somewhere.
Where is it? Tell me. You have to sing it now.
You don't want that.
Come on. I do.
Maybe we'll see how the bottom of the second goes. So for Jewett City, coming to lead off here in the bottom of the second is going to be the other Mills, Mason Mills, our center fielder.
2-0 lead in the bottom of the second inning. And Gorman back up on the hill, and he settled down pretty much right after he gave up that 2-run home run to Kiki Boyce last inning.
Absolutely. And give it to him. We've talked about it in previous games, the composure of the pitchers. I've been impressed, especially at this age, to be able to come back and pitch like that after giving up a 2-run home run. Says a lot about Gorman. It says a lot about his team for coming out to the mound. And I'm sure there was a little bit of a pep talk from the manager when they went to the dugout after that inning.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Mike Benarski, John Harden, and Van the Cam Man here live in Mansfield, Connecticut at Mansfield Little League Park. Glad to be with you. Thanks for spending part of your day with us as we bring you sectional championships. Game number 1 for Jewett City. Manchester has played 1 game already. They defeated Mansfield 10-0 yesterday. And this is Jewett City's very first game.
Fouled back, strike 1.
First time we're seeing Mason Mills today, the center fielder.
Already has a defensive play in the books today. In the dirt, good block by the catcher for Manchester, Paul Verdokian.
That's the name of the day.
Yeah, sometimes you get games and there's just names that you like to say.
Smith. Jones.
Right.
Well, there was a young man on Pawcatuck, the Pawcatuck 13-14s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know you're gonna look it up now. You're like,
I
I
am.
gotta know. And Mills goes down looking.
Valtruconis.
Valtriconis. See. So it looks like Gorman has settled down a little bit.
And that's Gorman's third K.
Mm-hmm. Here's J.J. Harden.
J.J. Harden coming up, number 7 batter, first baseman.
I'm going to let you call this.
Oh, let me call. Oh, outstanding.
I'm going to listen.
First pitch called strike on the outside corner. 0-1. So once again, Gorman. It's up. It's going foul. And it'll hit foul. That's strike 2. 0-2 on J.J. Harden. But like we said, Gorman going to that outside corner, and he's getting the call. Jewett City's going to need to adjust to that pitch. So 0-2 on J.J. Harden. Gorman coming to the plate. Just a little bit high. 1-2. Called third strike, sitting him down. That's the second strikeout of the inning for Gorman. Gorman coming from the full windup. Now it'll be number 5, Sonny Botello.
So you were saying it's his 4th strikeout. You're right. It's 3 out of 4 that he's rung up via the K.
Correct.
First time we are getting a look at Botello today. Fouled back. That's hitting the car. No.
Oh, it missed the car.
Whoa.
It almost hit the car driving down the road. That's
like,
extra points.
Yeah, that's like playing Frogger.
Right. I wonder if they even saw that.
It's kind of like Randy Johnson back at 20 years ago when he threw a fastball and I nailed a pigeon.
Oh, in spring training.
Botello lifts one high into short center field, and that's going to drop.
So you had the convergence in shallow center field on that one. You had 3 defenders coming in to field that ball, and it just fell into no man's land. Base hit.
Budars, was going, and he didn't have the play. That should have been the center fielder's
No,
ball.
the center fielder should have called him off and made the play on that.
Because he was trying to make the reverse back up. I mean, the bucket catch.
He was Willie Mays in it.
Yes. So nice try by Budars. But it results in a base hit for Botello.
And a first pitch high to Bradley Rush.
I think anything is high to Bradley Rush.
Well, right. Unless you are rolling it across the ground, it may be high.
He's one of the smaller kids, but the kid can run.
Absolutely. He's got some wheels underneath. Third pitch, third ball to Rush.
And I think Gorman is finding out that he's having a hard time throwing strikes to the smaller kid.
Well, smaller strike zone. It's a smaller target. He's got the runner on first in his mind. He does have 2 outs.
Taking all the way, 3-1.
Well, yeah, you haven't seen a strike at your at bat. The count's in your favor. Let him see if he can throw you a strike. Now with 3-1, the bat's turned back on.
Foul. And
count goes.
I get a
full.
feeling they lose their fair share of windshields around here.
Oh, I bet there's been a couple.
That ball was high, ball 4.
That'll put 2 on. Sonny Botello moves to second. Bradley Rush goes to first. That is the first walk that Gorman's given up today.
Let's see. Ray says, is there a score? Well, why? Yes, there is a score. We'll get to that. I love it when somebody goes, score? Yes, there's a score.
Score.
2-0 Jewett City on the backs of a Kiki Boyce home run. We're back at the top of the order now. And here's Jackson D'Amico. Struck out his first time up.
So seen a little bit more pitches, even to other batters. You're up against that fence. You're watching to see what he's throwing.
Swing and a miss. It's one down. Jewett City with a couple of runners on base. Base hit and a walk off of Gorman. Balls outside. 1-2. Could have burned a pitch there, seeing he was going to get him to chase. But Jackson, he can foul a bunch off. He likes to stay alive. The ball gets away.
It hit him in the foot.
So now the bases are loaded for Colby Mills. And 1 out.
We got 2 outs. Bases loaded. Colby Mills at the plate. And Colby Mills is one of those Jewett City home run threats. He has put the ball over the fence in this tournament season.
And he had a clean base hit in the first inning. Matter of fact, he was the one that came around when Boyce went yard.
Right.
Ray says thank you for the score.
You're welcome.
No, Ray. Thank you. Thank you.
So,
Ray, bring me my key back, will you?
So did we had a pitching change? Did we have a pitching change? We did have a pitching change. Budars will now be the pitcher for Manchester.
Okay.
He was at shortstop. So both teams with pretty short leashes on their pitchers. I'm not sure if that one was a pitch count or, stop it before it starts to get nasty out here. Kiki did hit the 2-run home run his first at bat. He's actually batting right behind Colby Mills. So if Colby Mills were to get on base, it's going to score at least 1 run. And then you've got Kiki, who hit the first inning 2-run home run right behind him.
Yeah.
You know what I just noticed, Mike?
That's the new shirt. It takes a village? No, a borough.
A borough. The borough of Jewett City. We've got a 4-man crew tonight.
We do. Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you something. They don't mess around with sectionals.
No.
I was talking to Joshua Diffendorfer. He's this is his tournament. They don't play. They're bringing everybody out. All the guns are out. Four umps.
You know what? I would take that if we had baseline umpires.
Strike 1 to Mills.
So the one thing that this is going to do to Jewett City is you've got basically just 1 inning looking at the starting pitcher. Now you're going to have to get readjusted to the relief pitcher.
1-1. And there's a bouncer right back to Budars, and he just stabs it and says, not today, Jewett City.
That'll be the 3rd out. Ends the 2nd inning. Score is still 2-0, Jewett City.
So we got a brand new. We're selling shirts, dude.
We're selling shirts.
Yeah, we're trying to go ahead and promote the borough of Jewett City with a lot of different things that are there that people I don't think know. Like, did you know that Jewett City was the vampire capital of New England?
I had heard that,
Yeah.
And I think that's actually pretty cool.
I think it's very cool too, and it's something that a lot of people don't know. I know where they're located too.
You know where the vampires are located?
I do. I know where they're
I'm
located.
going to take a step to the left.
But we have T-shirts that are available to because we're going to start doing events. We're going to have the Vampires Ball.
Vampire's Ball.
Vampire's Ball, yeah. We're going to do ghost walks. We're going to do vampire walks. I mean, there's going to be, we have people that are experts on these things. I'm not the expert. I'm just putting it out there.
Mm-hmm.
But this is because Halloween this year is, the 31st, obviously, but it's a Sunday. So it's a whole weekend,
Ooh.
29, 30, and 31. We're actually trying to do a haunted house, too.
Is the location picked out?
Yes.
Is it really? Because I'm going to tell you something interesting.
We can chat if you want, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
okay, so make sure my wife's not listening.
Yeah, don't make sure Amy's not listening.
So we bought our house 15 years ago. And the boys and I are in the living room. Well, no, the first thing that happened, I'm down in the living room and I see a shadow move across from the boys' bedroom towards where the master bedroom is.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't a shadow like a car passing in front of the house. It was enough of a different type of shadow that I went upstairs to check on both boys in their bed, sound asleep. Okay.
Yep.
Now, this didn't happen back to back to back. This is over several months and years. Then one day, the boys and I are in the living room. The kitchen sink just turns on. Okay, that's interesting. But maybe it was built up pressure in the line. I don't know. You try to rationalize it.
All right, here we are. Top of the third, Arlen Payman, third baseman. He struck out his first time up against Garrett Brower. Swing and a miss. So what do you think?
Yeah.
You think it's all right? I think it's dumb.
No, I don't think it's dumb. Because it is a borough. Now, my question is, what is the definition of a borough?
It's a government. It's an area. They have their own government within a town. So a borough is part of the town of Griswold. It's like 1 square mile.
The borough is 1 square mile. And they do have their own government structure.
Yes, they do. There's a strike. Did you know that Main Street, Jewett City is light to light? That's it. It's a quarter mile.
That border right there on Main Street?
That's it. From bank to bank, man. That's
yeah,
it.
because the bridge, you're going into Lisbon.
Yeah. There's a shot into left center field, and look who's there. Botello. Or Logan D'Amico actually is in there.
Right. Sonny's in right, Logan's in left. Mason Mills is in center.
Oh, Keegan Leanna has moved into second base, by the way. Yeah, those D'Amico kids look a lot alike.
You know what? They also share a birthday.
Yeah. So that was well hit, but just a long out. Here's the pitcher, Jacob Budars.
And that just missed high. That was just above the letters.
You don't see too many balls tagged off of Boyce like that. So
no, yeah, he had that one timed up. That was on the good part of the bat. Unfortunately for Payman, it went into the left fielder's glove.
Budars went way up for that high heater. That is a hard pitch to stay away from.
It looks so good, and you're like, oh, I can
yeah.
tattoo this, and you just can't catch up to it.
It's like a pepperoni pizza. Uh-oh. Oh, the
tree saved the car.
The tree saved the day. See, we're actually calling play-by-play on fouls because you don't know.
No, it's going to be interesting. Because you have the 5 brave souls who parked right there.
I know. And one's a state trooper.
And then there's like an 1/8 mile of emptiness.
And there's a grounder to first right through the wickets on Harden. And Budars is on with a single. That was a hot shot down the first base line.
It was a hot shot, but the one thing that you noticed on that is Harden at first base didn't get all the way in the dirt to field that one. There was still some daylight between his glove and the dirt.
Still giving him a base hit. Here's Bucko. Strike one. I have a feeling that this kid, if he gets a hold of one, they got the ball out of the tree, by the way. That's not a tree. It's a big bush.
Yeah, that's
a big shrub.
That's a topiary.
Yeah.
Oh, that's coming at us.
Oh,
you had that. You got to get the glove in the dirt.
Well, they didn't sign me, so I said, "Oh, the heck with it," you know.
Ricocheted off the L screen and came back towards us.
That's right. A little ricochet biscuit right to Van the Cam Man. We're having way too much fun right now.
It is fun. It's baseball. It's
baseball.
fun. It's
That's what
Little
you
League
do.
baseball. We're at Section 2 sectional championships. What could be better than this?
Oh. Wings.
Wings.
And there's a grounder. Nice. Nice scoop by Mills to get it over to Leanna
Get the
for
force
the
at
force.
second.
Yeah.
Yep. That'll be the second out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Gorman.
So Bucko gets on first on a fielder's choice on a hard hit grounder. Budars is erased. Ball one high. Gorman struck out his first time up. 6 strikeouts for Jewett City. 5 for Brower, 1 for Boyce. Swing and a miss.
Got a little piece of that one.
Yeah. Little low. Went fishing.
Absolute. I went fishing on Monday.
Did you?
I did.
That ball is high. That ball was smoked. That ball had a smoke trail on it.
It did, and that crossed right across his eyes, so he got it.
And if you're a conspiracy theorist, it's chemtrail.
That's a different show. Off
Boy,
the Jewett City dugout.
There's some action with foul balls around here.
We are. Well, we're talking about, you've got batters, you've got pitchers that are throwing strikes. You have batters that are putting the bat on those strikes. So yeah, you're going to see some foul balls.
Hey, Coach Botello, we need guards here. We need
put your hands up.
Yeah. Calling Lloyd's of London. We need insurance. 2-2. Fouled again.
Fouled straight back.
And that
another Bush save.
Yeah. I think those topiaries are strategically placed.
Yeah, somebody thought about that.
I think so. The trajectory of the foul ball is going to hit here or here. Well, she put them right here.
The physics of foul balls.
For the right-hand batter and the left-hand.
Yeah.
Right? They got both.
Got him looking. That's the end of the inning. 7th strikeout for Jewett City pitching. That's the second time they've gotten Gorman. So Jewett City, they're doing it with their pitching and also with the bat.
That's a good sign.
That is a good sign.
I mean, we've only gone through 2 complete innings. We're going to go into the top of the third here. Correct, right?
Or
yeah.
bottom
of the third.
So we want to also thank the Burns Agency for being one of our sponsors and supporters here at SNSN, the Burns Agency, and with agencies in Norwich and in Dayville. And they have a wonderful team. Matter of fact, my agent just happens to be the one and only Archie Drobiak from town. Hey, Arch. Arch went through this complete system too. Little League, Senior League, high school. He went through the whole thing too.
No, that's what's actually pretty fascinating about our town, because as you go through the league, whether you're a parent, you're a coach, and you're getting to see the kids of parents that went through the Jewett City Little League system or the grandkids.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you very much to the Burns Agency. www.burnsagency.com. Find out why you'll buy better at Burns. And if you see us driving by, honk the horn, because we got Burns Agency all over it. So
I'll do that.
Say, hey, Burns Agency. Remember, I was in Worcester, Mass. And this guy comes up and goes, hey, the Burns Agency. I said, yeah. And where I was, just a lot of people from Connecticut actually that come up to. And they said, yeah, they used to be in Woodstock. Oh, look at that. Someone's getting stopped.
Uh-oh. Lights are on.
He's looking for a foul ball.
He's going to have a bad day.
Yeah. But he goes, yeah, they used to have one in Woodstock. I said, yes, they did. And he goes, yeah, I live down there. I said, me too. So I don't live in Worcester and just put random companies on my car.
No, that would be odd.
Weird. Just be strange. Be like a stalker at that point.
But you know what's cool about Worcester and its location to us? my sister, who lives just north of Dallas, Texas, was actually in Worcester for a conference, and I was able to drive up there and eat dinner with her.
Really?
Yeah.
Very nice. So I want to say hello to Peggy. Peggy is watching us from North Carolina.
North Carolina, is that our first North Carolinian?
I think so.
We're going to have a pig picking.
And speaking of Peggy, her nephew, Kiki Boyce, up to bat. All he did was hit a 2-run home run in the first inning, gives Jewett City their 2-0 lead. This is the first time he's seen Budars.
Pitches the ball. Now, both of the Manchester pitchers have come from a full windup.
Mm-hmm. That's in the dirt.
Another low one.
Nice scoop by the Manchester catcher.
That's a couple of good blocks by the man.
Yeah. And I think they know that he can sting the ball, so I don't think they're going to give him a whole lot.
No, both those pitches have been low, trying to induce that ground ball.
And there's the ground ball right there. And they're going to go to first, and he is safe. Kiki Boyce beats it out, hustling down the line. Gets that 60-foot base hit.
Infield single for Kiki Boyce, way to hustle.
And here's Garrett Brower. Time for a little Brower power. What do you think?
Brower, absolutely. He struck out looking in the first inning.
1 ball, no strike.
Needs to come back, put the bat on the ball. Took the first pitch low.
So Boyce is 2 for 2.
Good day.
It's just starting.
Early.
Swing and a miss. He was looking for the fence on that one.
That was a big hack. And, right now, especially in the third inning, you're not going to win the game in the third inning. Even with the mercy rule, you can't win it in the third inning. So let's get the ball in play, force the defense to make a play, get those base runners, turn those base runners into runs.
This coaching minute brought to you by John Harden. My ball is high. Throw down to first.
Keeping
Boyce.
Kiki honest.
Yeah. Kiki, not exactly a threat to steal.
No, but
Swing and a miss.
another big hack
2-2.
by Garrett.
But he is a threat to hit one out of the park.
He is, but, if they see that he's taking a little bit larger lead than they're comfortable with, quick throw down there, force him back.
That ball's in the dirt, full count. Nobody out. Here in the bottom of the third, 2-0. Jewett City over Manchester. Brower, the third baseman, has a full count. Budars looks in for the sign. Swing and a miss. Got him. It's the second time Brower's gone via the K. So that's 1 down. Here's Max Gray, who bounced to the pitcher his first time up. Nice little breeze. It's cooling down a little bit. The ball is high. No lights here at Mansfield Little League Park.
No lights, but we do have a 2-hour time limit on the game, which would put us at 7:30, which would be ahead of sunset.
Yeah. I know the Little League, I should say softball 8 to 10s, played till 8 o'clock, and then they called it for darkness because it was the top of the inning.
Right. Then they had to come back and finish that game the next day.
Yeah, they did. That went over to a tree that kind of looks like Groot. I am Groot.
Right. So people are turning in. They're like, these guys like bushes and trees.
Fouled it right off the fence. And the fence, I mean, there's not a lot of foul territory in this ballpark. Yeah, it's like a pinball machine.
Shallow foul territory all the way around.
Yeah. Very condensed ballpark. And there's that's going to be a base hit into right field. Boyce is going to hang out at second.
Just like we were saying, get the bat on the ball, put it out there, force the defense, make a play. That one fell into right field for a base hit for Gray, but it does move Kiki into scoring position, bringing Mason Mills to the plate.
Who hit a home run a couple games ago.
He did. He hit a home run in Norwich.
That time, Julian Rock, the right fielder for Manchester, walked the ball in. He was going to take matters into his own hands and say, no one's moving.
Nope. I've got my eye on you, and you're going nowhere.
There's a strike to Mills. He's down 0-2. Mason struck out his first time up last inning.
He did, and he hasn't taken the bat off his shoulder in this at-bat.
Maybe he will with this one. Ball low. Max, he positioned that ball. He placed it perfectly.
Oh, that fell exactly where there was no one.
Yeah. That ball is high, evens it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Back, Mason, go. Your turn, Mason, go, bud.
Say, hey, Tom, what's going on? Tom says hello.
Hello, Tom.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the second time that Mills has gone down, and 2 down in this inning.
Brings up first baseman J.J. Harden, who struck out looking in the second inning.
And John, I'm going to let you call it.
Outstanding. So Jewett City trying to get something done here early. They got runners on first and second. First pitch to J.J.'s in the ground, gets past the catcher. All of the base runners are going to advance 90 feet. You now have runners in scoring position with J.J. Harden at the plate. 1-0. Still with runners on the base, the Manchester pitchers coming from the full windup.
Well, I think there's nowhere for them to go now at this point. You know what I mean? They can't, unless it's a pass ball. So,
right.
Yeah, there's no room back there. Oh.
Looked like he wanted, then held off, and then it was called a strike.
I think it was an oops.
So a 1-2, 2 outs, runners in scoring position. Caught looking again on a low pitch. That'll be the 3rd out, and that will end the 3rd inning. Your score still, Jewett City 2, Manchester 0.
And that's the 7th strikeout for Manchester pitching. A lot of strikeouts today. Let's see, Jewett City pitching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they both have 7.
7. 5 of those being Garrett, the starting pitcher.
And 2 for Kiki.
Right. But I think as we move higher up in this tournament season, you're going to start to see more effective, more efficient pitching from all the teams.
So how far does Kiki go today? So if you let's say you go up 4-0.
Well, I would say he's coming back out to the mound now. You've already pulled Garrett. We're assuming to save him for the game tomorrow. You still have a couple of pitchers in reserve. So really, I could see Kiki going out and finishing this game.
Okay.
Unless Jewett City starts to get in trouble.
I say they make him last, or they make him available for 2 innings. That's just my guess.
Just 2 innings?
For tomorrow.
Well, how many pitches is he at right now? So 20, he's eligible for tomorrow.
I don't know. They're not announcing the pitch count. So
no, and Russ Pease is on the field. Now, he is the umpire in chief for District 11.
Yeah.
We are playing in District 12.
Actually, Ross right now is the man for the entire
tournament.
Yeah, the whole shebang right now.
He is the man. But yeah, in district play, we were announcing on his direction all substitutions and pitch counts after every half inning.
Yeah. Look at that. The sky looks beautiful.
Oh, so I got to finish my haunted house story. So we had the shadow. We had the faucet turn on by itself,
Mhm.
and this was a lift-up handle
Oh,
faucet. So the third thing.
so was it still down, but water was coming out?
No, it was
Oh,
up.
somebody pushed it up.
That's why I rationalized it to myself that there may have been pressure in the line, and that's why it came on.
Yeah.
But then the third thing happened.
Uh-oh.
Once again, the boys and I are in the living room. We had a fruit basket on the counter pushed up against the wall. There's an apple in that fruit basket. Comes out of the fruit basket, rolls across the counter, hits the kitchen floor, makes a 90-degree turn to the left, rolls out of the kitchen.
This is not Julian Rock. I don't know who it is. I didn't get a number and I didn't hear. So let's see. It's number 4.
Griffin Zarnata.
Griffin Zarnata batting in Rock's position. There's a grounder off of
Misplay
Harden.
by Harden.
But he's going to take it himself and get him. 1 unassisted.
Right, 3-3 on the first, but bobbled once again, being a little bit shaky on the defense with first base right now.
All right.
Okay, so this apple makes a 90-degree turn, turns out of the kitchen, turns 90 degrees the other way, rolls down the hallway, and stops at the stairs going upstairs.
I didn't hear. Did you hear the number or anything? I think we have another. That's okay. And there's some chatter going on right now with the coach. We have another alternate, it looks like, that's coming in for Verdokian. We'll get that for you. We just can't see his jersey from here. But there is one down. And they hit him.
He's hit.
And he's going to run to second.
So that may have hit the knob of the bat.
That is Verdokian. And he wasn't going to get gypped, man. He was going to hustle down to first. We have another pinch hitter. This is going to be Sean Stolars.
Number 15.
Jackson, right, Jackson.
Stolars batting from the left-hand side.
Couple of lefties for both teams this evening, and both teams getting those substitutions in relatively quickly.
Swing and a miss, 0-2.
We've already seen some defensive substitutions. Now we're seeing those offensive substitutions.
0-2 to Solars. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down.
So also another good job by Kiki. You hit a batter, you come back, you throw 3 pitches, you get a 3-pitch strikeout on the very next batter.
We have another alternate. Number 18, Anthony Anselmo.
It's going to be fun to announce these Manchester players' names.
Nice stop by Max Gray. So Anselmo is batting in the 8 hole. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Didn't really seem like he wanted to swing at that one. A little bit hesitant with that swing.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
So 1-2 to Anselmo, 2 outs, runner on first.
Boyce in complete control. Brower was in control. Looking for the strikeout to end the inning, and
It's
that ball is
high.
high. Yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-0.
2 in the 4th inning.
Top of the 4th. Van the cam man, he's making the call over here.
Count goes full on Anselmo.
Hey, what's up with the coaches? They keep moving down here.
They do. And, you know, one of those coaches is Rob Gray.
Yeah, they keep. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to do it for the top of the 4th. A couple more Ks. So that's 9 strikeouts for Jewett City. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th. Jewett City still leads by the score of 2-0.
Right, and we should see Sonny Botello coming back up to the plate, who reached on a single and then was stranded at third base in the 2nd inning.
I wonder if we're going to see Logan D'Amico in that spot. So anyway, we also want to go ahead and thank, of course, more of our supporters that we have here on SNSN. Grizzle Dental Associates on Slater Avenue in Jewett City. Dr. K. Matter of fact, they pretty much have worked on everybody in my family, including me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Dr. K doesn't, he doesn't have a staff. This is why it's great that, he supports sports. He has a team.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. K at Grizzled Dental Associates. Find them on the web, on Facebook. Find out why they will make you smile.
I like that idea of a team, and that we talked about it in a previous game. Shop local, and the sponsors and the generosity of the local sponsors that we've had in Jewett City. You can't say enough about.
Local. That's what it's all about.
And another thing, with all the family-run local businesses that we have in town, including the borough, is, situations like this, ball games. More often than not, you're going to see relatives of those businesses.
Yeah.
They either have a son, a grandson, a nephew, somebody that's in the game, and they're here supporting the team, not only with, the financial support through their sponsorship, but being here at the game and cheering on the Jewett City 11-12 All-Stars.
And, if you are enjoying this broadcast and you would like to support SNSN, because that's kind of how we do it, with the support from viewers, listeners, and, of course, local sponsors. We have it's right up on the screen there. Hey, Coleman, what's up, brother? So it's right up on the screen there.
You were
the
right.
Vampire Capital of the World. We'll tell you in a little bit how to get that shirt.
You called Logan coming in for Sonny. You must have seen him in right field.
And he was in left. He was playing left. So here's Logan D'Amico batting in the Botello spot. Who had a base hit his first time up. Swing and a miss. How's your arm? Is it good? Fouled back. 0-2. We are in the bottom of the 4th. There has only been one piece of scoring, and that was a Kiki Boyce 2-run home run in the 1st inning. And that's been it. 2-0 Jewett City over Manchester.
Right. Both pitchers for both teams, since we've already had a couple of substitutions. Rivoli settled down, and there's a strikeout against Logan D'Amico for the first out in the bottom of the 4th.
Here's Keegan Leanna, his first time today. Number 21. Came in to play second base for Bradley Rush.
He was part of that 6'4" for the out at second.
Yes, he was. Keegan also plays a little Keegan fun fact. He plays travel ball.
Yes, he does. He's a travel. We actually have several players within the Jewett City All-Star baseball family that play travel baseball as well.
Swing and a miss. Got him.
That was a nice fastball right there.
Going to go back to the top of the order with Jackson D'Amico. He's a scrappy player. He's a scrappy hitter. He doesn't go down swinging much, even though he did one time today. But no. If you look at the books, he doesn't. He fights and fights and fights. He fouls a lot of pitches off until he gets the pitch that he wants.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what you want with your leadoff hitter. So he actually had an at-bat. This was several games ago, and I want to say it was a 12-pitch at-bat.
Yeah, it was in Jewett City.
So he's not going to get cheated at the plate, which increases his on-base percentage. 13 pitch? It was 13. I was off by one.
Okay. Well, you're still pretty close.
Pretty close. In the ballpark. Oh.
3-0 to D'Amico. And he bats left-handed, too, so.
He's just that much closer to first base.
Yeah, he's going to get that head. 3-1. 2 down in the home half of the fourth. It's a beautiful night for baseball. Thanks for joining us. That's 3-1.
Yep. Scoreboard was one ahead.
Yeah. Scoreboard was a little prophetic there.
All right, so 3-run count. Hitters count.
And the dirt. And D'Amico gets a walk. So a 2-out walk puts him at first base. Brings up Colby Mills, who had a base hit, scored on the Boyce home run. And he bounced back to the pitcher. And it looks like we're going to get another pitcher for Manchester.
Manchester must have a deep bench. This is the third pitcher for Manchester that we've seen.
It's number 34, Payman. Arlen Payman, the third baseman. He's coming in to pitch here in the bottom of the fourth. So this is the third pitcher for Manchester.
Yeah, so it looks like both teams are playing to be playing again.
Yeah. Well, they are. I mean, they're both going to play again because you're guaranteed 2 games. You got to lose twice, I believe.
Right, lose twice. Manchester won last night. This is Jewett City's first night.
Yeah. So Jewett City's playing tonight and tomorrow.
And did you notice Payman's number?
34.
34. What other hard-throwing pitcher was a number 34?
From the Red Sox?
No. Why would I say
that? Nolan Ryan, you're talking.
Oh, there you go.
Thought you were talking Jonathan Papelbon. What number was he? I don't even remember.
I don't know.
Anyway, we'll put the shirt back up there. So anyway, we would appreciate it if you would support us and support the borough of Jewett City with some events that we're going to do. It's the Vampire Capital of New England. Sometimes, well, you read it. And you can get them only on snsnonline.com. snsnonline.com.
So you were talking about the activities that we're going to have around Halloween. We're going to have ghost walks. We're going to have a haunted house. We've got the shirts for sale on SNSN Radio. What other activities do we have planned for that?
Well, that's about it right now. We still have time to go. Maybe a scavenger hunt.
Ooh, a scavenger hunt.
Yeah. All right, here's Colby Mills. with 2 outs.
Fouled straight back. No, sounds like it's going to be exciting times.
Should be fun. We hope it to be. Payman's throwing some smoke, but a little bit, looks like he's a little bit wild already.
Yeah, that one got away from his catcher, which is going to send Jackson to second base. So now we have a runner in scoring position, 2 outs. Colby Mills at the plate, 1-1 count.
There's a line drive into right field, and the ball is not caught. D'Amico is going to come around with the third Jewett City run. Mills hucks it around
Going to
second.
third.
He's going to third. He's
Pitched
in there. And, ooh, he almost went home.
Huh.
So a 2-out base hit knocks in D'Amico 3-0.
3-0 Jewett City. And I tell you, Colby put it right there. It was just trapped by the right fielder for Manchester. But then he took advantage of the throw home, took second. There was an overthrow, went into third.
Yeah. So now he's going to deal with Kiki Boyce.
And he's only got a home run and a single today.
2 for 2 on the day.
So now Jewett City threatening again with Colby Mills at third base. Kiki Boyce at the plate. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th.
Here's a strike.
Outside part of the plate again.
Hey, come on, Ted, be a hitter.
That ball is low.
Come on, Pete.
Kiki was in a little bit of a slump last few games.
His
been,
bat cooled off
yeah.
a little bit.
Today looks like he kind of got out of it. And there's a grounder right back to the pitcher, right back to Payman. And he gets Boyce. But Jewett City does get another run. We have played 4 complete.
It is a complete game.
Yeah, it is. It is. 3-0, Jewett City.
So good on Payman to be able to get out of that inning, especially when you do have a threat at the plate like Kiki Boyce.
Yeah, he went right at him too, so
no fear.
He did go right at Kiki. He didn't bow down to him and got him.
No, and that shows a lot of confidence in that pitcher.
Yeah.
He's like, I've seen what you got, now you see what I got.
I'm seeing double in front of me. I don't know why.
Yeah, if you close one eye and look, it still looks the same.
You don't see this often. You don't see this
Brothers
often.
doing warm-ups?
Well, twins. Twins doing warm-ups on an all-star team.
No, absolutely. We actually have 2 sets of brothers on this team. Yeah. We've got the Mills brothers and the D'Amico brothers.
Yeah.
Colby and Mason not being twins.
You know, I almost thought that they were. What are they, a year behind?
They're a year.
Who's the older one?
Colby.
Yeah.
And then there's another Mills behind them.
Uh-oh.
You got Mr. Blake Mills.
Uh-oh.
So the Mills threat will continue.
This is like the Strain family. There's like 5 boys.
Strain's right.
Oh my God.
I remember back in Little League Minors days, there was a draft, and Mike Gilgenbach picked up all 3 strains in that draft.
You mean the triplets?
The triplets,
yeah.
Right.
All right, here we go. Top of the 5th. Number 24, we have another, that's Sam Luby. As an alternate for Rastelli. So then we'll go back to the top of the order with Payman and Budars.
Being very deliberate. Oh, we're going to go back through the signs again.
Swing and a miss. We'll be a little bit late on that. What do you say, John, to a player coming up to bat for the first time as an alternate against Kiki Boyce?
Well, it depends on where your mindset is as a ball player, because you've seen what your team's done against Kiki, and there has been some hits. They've been able to get the bat on the ball against Kiki. But, yeah, you're coming off the bench. You're a little bit cold. You're seeing that pitch live for the first time. But now you've seen the pitch. Because we did see in the Jewett City 13-14s, Caden Deskis came off the bench in the top of the fourth inning and hit a 2-run single.
Mm-hmm. And there's a grounder to Mills and a run on over to Harden. Nice stretch.
Nice stretch by Harden at first base. 6-3 for the first out here in the top of the fifth inning. Also, Kiki's getting pulled early.
What did I tell you?
It's almost like you may have talked to somebody before.
I didn't. I did not.
And Colby Mills is coming up to the mound, who just made that stop at short and threw over the first base
I
to
told
J.J.
you.
Harden.
Did I not tell you? I said
No.
they're going to save Kiki for 2.
You did. So he must have been just as efficient as we thought he was.
So he pitched 3, right? So really he's good for 3.
Mm-hmm.
So now Mills, I think he is the hardest. I think he's the hardest thrower on the team.
Well, he has an arm because he's played center
Yeah.
field, and he can get that ball back into the field of play quickly.
Yeah.
And when you can add velocity with movement, that's a dangerous pitcher.
It is. It is. Especially at this level, too.
Oh, absolutely. Like I was telling my oldest son, because he's going into high school next year, is, you're going to start to see pitchers that can throw hard and they can throw with movement. It's going to be something that you've seen a little bit so far, but then it's just going to go up exponentially.
Yeah.
But then on the same conversation, I told him there's nothing easier to hit than a fastball that doesn't move.
Just got to time it.
Right.
Then you plunk it.
So here's Arlen Payman, who came in to pitch for Manchester at the plate, facing Colby Mills. First pitch strike. You always want to get that first strike out of the way, and you can do it with your first pitch. Gives you a little extra gas in the tank.
Very true.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 pitches, 2 strikes against Payman.
Ooh,
Just a little bit outside.
Yeah, I don't know where that missed.
From here, it looked like where earlier pitches have been called strikes, but it may have just been a little bit further outside on that one.
Yeah, Harden. And he gets it. And he gets Payman. Two down.
Yeah, that last pitch, Colby was able to get that in on the hands. So Payman wasn't able to get a full swing on that, kind of dribbled down the baseline, but they were able to make the play at first for the second out, the fifth inning.
Two down here in the bottom of the fifth. Here's Budars.
And that one got away from Colby right there. That was out in the dirt and outside, went all the way to the backstop.
Nice pitch.
Able to come right back with a strike.
1-1.
That's up.
Pop up. It doesn't look promising. Oh!
Caught a bumper.
Yep. Somebody's under arrest. That's it. Hit the trooper's car.
They have long memories. And we got another brave soul. So our string of 5 cars is now 6 cars over there.
When that went straight up, I'm thinking, yeah, it's got a shot.
Right. Well, when it first went up, I thought it was coming this way. That's why I was like, heads up.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Mills wants to send it to the 6th. And there's a long shot in the center field, but played it perfectly. Was, his brother.
His brother, Mason Mills, got his back with the catch in center field for the 3rd out.
Because that ball was absolutely scorched by Budars.
No, that was a well-hit ball.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, Mason was in the perfect right position to play that ball. He had his glove out in front of his face, caught the line out for the 3rd out, shuts Manchester down in the top of the 5th. We now move to the bottom of the 5th, Jewett City, and we've got Garrett Brower coming to the plate.
Yep. Brower, and then Gray, and then Mason.
That is Maxwell Gray.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I saw him talking to his shoe earlier.
What are you saying? He's just a child, John.
He is a ball player.
Yeah. And some kids are just baseball kids.
They are.
Some kids are just baseball kids.
And that's what's really great about this team. Because really, with the exception, and some of it's due to age, with the exception of 2 players, this Jewett City 11-12 All-Star team is the exact same lineup they had for their 9-10 All-Star team that went to the state championship. So those kids have played together, they've stayed together, and here they are in a sectional championship against Manchester together.
So they played Manchester then too. So they playing the same kids?
Very well, possibly play the same kids.
That is interesting. All right, we are going to the top of the bottom.
Bottom of the 5th.
Bottom of the 5th. So used to Jewett City being the visiting team and not the home team, even at home.
Yeah, we won the coin toss.
Yikes! So here's Brower coming to the plate. He's had a rough day at the plate. He has struck out a couple of times. Struck out in the 1st and struck out in the 3rd.
Yeah, fantastic on the mound. He got 5 strikeouts in 1 2/3 before he was pulled for Kiki Boyce. But yeah, at the plate, he's gone down twice. Once looking and once swinging, 2 strikeouts.
So there's a kid eating fries behind us.
See if he share.
Yeah, there's 2 kids eating fries behind us. See that? You can smell them over here. I don't care. No salt, no.
So did you get that from the concession stand? That's good looking. It looks like they got that's chicken strips and French fries.
Whoa, are you serious?
I'm serious.
That is serious stuff. There's a grounder. It's going to be foul down the first base line.
Strike 2 on Garrett Brower. Little bit surprised that he hesitated running to first, because if that stayed fair, they could have tossed at the first and got him out.
Mm-hmm.
You get the bat on the ball, you got to be moving.
God, I'm looking. That's the 3rd time that Brower has gone down swinging. Well, by
he's gone down by the K. That's the 2nd time.
Looking. All right, here's Max Gray, 1-4-2. Yeah, bounced to the pitcher in the 1st, and then placed a very nice base hit into right center.
Right, put it right in the perfect spot in right center.
It was, yeah. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
So Payman coming in here attacking the plate.
Yeah.
Being very efficient. 3 pitches, got the K on Brower. He's got 2 pitches against Gray right now, 2 strikes.
There's a foul ball. scurrying right down past us.
Got to be thankful for chain link fence.
I'd be thankful for any kind of fence. Yeah, Payman's just blazing him in there. Oh, did you see that off-speed pitch?
Went with a breaking pitch that didn't break, stayed up high. That's a ball. That's okay. He's got 2 strikes. That's the first ball.
I don't think you should be throwing breaking pitches at this level.
No, there's a lot of conversation and debate about that.
First of all, it's too short of a throw. And your arm's not even developed. God, I'm looking. That's going to do it for Max Gray.
So Payman here in the bottom of the 5th faced 2 batters, got 2 strikeouts looking.
Here's Mason Mills, who has struck out twice.
Right here in the heart of the order, Jewett City with a lot of Ks in the scorebook.
Mason, a home run threat, as you were saying earlier.
Right, has hit one in Norwich during district play.
Yep. Which was his first career home run, if I believe that correctly.
It absolutely was. I thought his dad, Jim Mills, who's coaching third base right now, I think he was going to run across the field and go get it himself.
1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. If we're going to go ahead and look to the top of the 6th, they have 3, 4, 5 coming up.
Ooh, that'll be a tough part of the order to face. We got the fresh pitcher in Colby Mills for Jewett City on that one. Mason goes down swinging for strike 3. The 3rd strikeout for Payman in that inning. 1, 2, 3.
That's 12 strikeouts for Manchester.
That's a phenomenal pitching performance as a team.
All right, it's the top of the 6th. Jewett City is leading 3-0 here in sectionals. Game number 1 for Jewett City. So there are 3 teams. There's Jewett City, there's Manchester, and there's Mansfield/Ashford.
Correct. It's a combination team.
Right. So, with that being said, yesterday, Mansfield/Ashford fell to Manchester by a score of 10-0. So, and as far as us being here today, we are very thankful that we were able to be here today. So we do thank the entire board for Mansfield/Ashford Little League for allowing us to come here. And Ross Pease, who is he's the head official for the district right now, for the districts.
Right,
and,
umpire in chief. He's umpiring second base for this.
Yeah,
game, right?
yeah, and you know what? He's very dedicated to the kids, and he made it happen along with Josh Differendorfer from Mansfield. So we really appreciate all the efforts. So we could bring this game to everybody that's watching, and we've had quite a few people on the stream today. So
yeah, absolutely. Thanks to those 2 gentlemen.
Right. So here we go. Mills looking to shut the door.
We got Eli Bucko, first baseman, coming up.
1 ball, no strikes. There's a pop-up. Harden underneath it makes the catch. And Bucko is very upset at himself because he is definitely a long ball threat.
Oh, you see, just the fact that he is batting third,
yeah,
he's probably the best overall batter that Manchester has.
Yeah.
But Harden able to backtrack, kept the ball in sight, popped to the first baseman, first out.
Here's Gorman with 1 down. Just going to remind you that this Little League International Tournament game is presented by SNSN Wolverine Media under the authority of Little League Baseball and Softball and may not be rebroadcast or retransmitted without the express written permission of Little League International, South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Visit Little League online at www.littleleague.org. 2-0 to Gorman. And the Manchester fans finally getting a little vocal.
Getting a little amp their team up. I mean, this is still within reach. It's only 3-0 Jewett City.
Yeah.
This is the top of the 6th inning. There's 2 full innings of baseball left in this ball game.
Mansfield? You said Manchester. Well, we're in Mansfield, but they're playing Manchester.
All right. So
What are you talking about?
Van the Camman is now joining us. Well, see, it says Mansfield about 15 times across all the fencing around here.
3-1 to Gorman. That's all right, Van. Don't worry about it. Ball 4, and Gorman is going to take a walk.
That was the second pitch at that at-bat that just got away from Colby and went to the backstop.
Here's Griffin Zarnata. That's ball 1. The ball got away, and Gorman is going to go to second.
So what Colby needs to do is block out the noise, attack the batter.
Throw strikes.
And throw
2-0.
strikes. Trust your defense.
Mm-hmm.
Your job's to throw strikes. Their job's to hit them. But you got 7 guys behind you.
Strike 1.
There's a strike. Because here we are in this game. We're in the 6th inning right now. This is a 7-inning game at this level. So
6.
really,
It's a 6-inning game.
this is a 6. That is correct.
Yeah, I was wondering
Yeah,
why. 3-1.
Yeah, I was thinking back to we just did 13,
You said that,
14.
Yeah, I knew
And
you
that's
were
a
thinking
7.
that. No, this is a 6-inning game. 3-1 is the count. This is very easy at this time of the game there's a foul ball, full count, to kind of get inside your head a little bit. And that's something you don't want to do.
No, do not. But Colby Mills right now just needs to let all the noise go away, not let it affect him. Like I said, we're
But
top
how
of
do you
the
do that? How do you do that? That's very, very hard. You know what I mean?
That's one thing that you have to develop. It's individual to every player.
Right.
If you've watched the movie For the Love of the Game, Kevin Costner's a pitcher in that game. And
3-2. Ball 4, and the runner is going to go to third, and he is out at third. And the runner is going to go ahead and argue. He took his helmet off and everything. Gorman not happy about it at all.
No.
And actually, the crew chief is coming over to see what's going on.
That's not called for at this level of baseball right now. And actually, the Manchester coach was a little bit slow to come out there and engage with his player. But you're not going to do that and show up an umpire. And Russ Pease was absolutely correct to walk over there.
So it looks like J.J. Harden's going to come in and try to close the door. You know, as far as the SNSN broadcast, this is the first time we've seen J.J. on the mound.
First time we've seen J.J. on the mound, and it's in his typical position as the closer. So he typically comes out, closes out the game.
Oh, no, I have seen. There was one game I did see him.
What was that, in district play?
Yeah, in district play.
Okay. I must have been the stadium announcer that game.
You were.
Okay.
You were. So Gorman he was clearly out. He was out by a foot, at least from what I could see. And you
have a good angle.
Yeah, I do. I'm straight on with it.
Right, but take your helmet off and turn around and face the umpire like that. We can't have that type of play. And hopefully the coaches talk to him after the game.
Yep.
So J.J. Harden on the mound, hoping to get this third out, close it out, secure the Jewett City win. Now, one thing that's interesting about J.J.'s pitching is he hides the ball extremely well. The batter doesn't see the ball till it looks like it almost pops out of the top of his head.
Here's The name of the day. I love this name. I really do. Just flows nice. Verdokian.
Verdokian. Number 47, Paul Verdokian.
That's right. He's the catcher. He is up with 2 outs. Zanata on first. 3-0 Jewett City. The closer in for Jewett City right now. And here's his first pitch. Strike 1.
Strike 1. And
John, it's your son. Call it.
We'll call it. Here we are. Top of the 6th inning. 2 outs. Second pitch on the way. Just caught the inside corner for strike 2. 0-2 on Verdokian. It's hit up into right field. Right field is there for the catch. That is the 3rd out. That will end the game. Your final score, Jewett City 3, Manchester 0.
It was a very well played game. There was a great pitching. It was a great pitching matchup. We saw a lot of great pitching. Manchester struck out 12 Jewett City batters. And really, if you think about it, if it wasn't for that 1-yard dinger by Kiki Boyce, it's a 1-0 ball game.
Yeah, that's really what made the difference in this game, because without that 2-run home run in the first, really the only time Jewett City scored again, and the only time Jewett City scored again, is with Jackson D'Amico, who got on base with a walk.
Yeah. And we're never really sure which D'Amico's up there.
Well, one's right-handed, one's left-handed.
No,
So Jackson's
who really
left-handed,
knows?
Logan's right. Well, they could be
who
switching
really
on
knows?
us.
All right. That's the ball game. Jewett City takes it by the score of 3-0 against Manchester. So now they play Mansfield tomorrow. If they beat Mansfield, they're out.
Mansfield will be out. If they lose against Jewett City tomorrow, Mansfield-Ashford,
that's correct.
then they are out, and it will be Jewett City, Manchester.
Once again for the sectional title.
Correct.
All right. So we go to tomorrow. Oh, I guess, look at this. I guess.
Are we going to get some camera time?
Well, no, we're going to get him. His son closed the game out. So
He did.
So 3-0 is the final score. We appreciate you spending some time with us here today. We hope you will join us tomorrow. We'll be back on at 6 o'clock once again, about 5:50 or so. You're going to join me tomorrow?
I'll be here.
All right. For John Harden, for Van the Cam. Come here there, Van. Look at that. He's Van the Cam man. Come on, right over here. There he is. I'm Mike Minarski. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow right here on SNSN. Thanks for joining us.